Welcome to another episode. Veronica White. So today I just want to have a conversation about things I plan to do in 2024. It's going to be a very interesting year. So things that I currently do and will still be doing in 2024 is every third Friday of the month from 7 to 9 p.m. I'm at my office in Calumet City. It's 605 Sibley. We have a monthly networking meeting. On the first Friday of every month, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., I'm on a Zoom call discussing all topics surrounding non-for-profit organizations. I'm going to start to plan a quarterly networking event March 1st, 2021. It's a Thursday, National Single Parents Day. I'm collaborating with some other organizations, and we're putting on our Single Parents Conference. More information will be coming out soon in reference to that. The next thing will be preparing for the back-to-school book bag giveaway. Right, I want to say the Saturday school starts around August 12th. Let me look at the date for you. I know it's in August 2024. We'll be doing this will be our third year. No, giving away book bags. So it looks like it'll probably be August 10th. August 10th, we'll give away 1,000 book bags filled with school supplies. I'm going back to Johannesburg, South Africa for 2024. The dates for that is October. I'm leaving on October 13th, and I won't be back until October 23rd. I know I have some conferences coming up in between there. Like Dave Shands has the podcast summit, which is going to be in Atlanta in the month of July. He hasn't gave us the dates yet, but I know I will be attending it. And then the last event that's on my schedule for 2024 is, again, the December toy giveaway will be on December 24th, 2024, where we will be giving each child one wrapped toy from the age 0 to 13. Those are some things. Oh, no. Okay. I did mention that every quarter we're going to get together and do some kind of community outreach, which our first one will be the Single Parents Conference. In May, we're going to do something. August is the book bag giveaway. In December, it's the toy giveaway. I want to say a live podcast. So I know at the Single Parents Conference, we're also going to do a live podcast, but I'm going to have a couple of other live podcasts just to help build a community and interact with people, because I'm kind of shy and this is new to me. So because it's new to me, I have to put myself out there in different environments so I can let people know that I exist and the services that I provide. For the non-for-profit, which is geared towards the Help from a Sister podcast, where I get to share tools and techniques that I've used to transition my life from one stage to the next. I get to share that with other people. So, since I'm talking about things that I'm doing for 2024, let me give you some information about my avatar for my podcast. So, my podcast is for the my avatar for my podcast. Her name is Lisa White. She's 25 years old. She has two children, a boy and a girl. Right now, she's on Section 8. She living check to check. Don't really know how to just trying to figure out life and not mess up those two kids that God has blessed her with to raise. She did lose a daughter. So she lost one child, but she has two. And she's in her 20s and she just trying to figure things out. She know that there's help. She just don't know how to get to the help or where it's at. She wants to go back to school, but it's hard being a single parent trying to raise two kids and go to school and work full time. So she lost, she's hurting, and she's trying to figure it out. So that's where Help from a Sister come in, because I want to provide the resources, information, networks that's available to help her get to where she wants to get in life a little quicker than it took me to get here. It took me 20 plus years to be where I am now. But with the knowledge and the resources, someone can get there in 10 or less. So I want to share that information and share part of my story that's getting me out of my comfort zone and see how it goes. I mean, I want to be a resource for people. I have a long list of skills that I have acquired over the years from, I'm an accountant. I have a master's degree in accounting. I do taxes. I'm pretty good at budgeting. I'm a very good planner. I know how to help out and help someone reach their goals. I've accomplished a lot myself, which I'm proud of. And the fact that I've raised two young adults, it's a blessing with the grace of God. So I want to put that information out there. I have two grandkids, which I mentioned earlier, but who I love spending time with. They definitely keep me on my toes. So I don't know how to show people. Yeah, I can't show you, but I can share with you. Your children and the time go by so fast that you blink and you missed it. So I understand we're trying to figure us out and get where we're trying to get to a little quicker. But when you're in your children's presence, if you can take some time and just enjoy them and structure structure some things around giving them a full life. Maybe the life we had, maybe the life we wanted to have. My kids were young. In my 20s, I was raising kids. In my 40s, they're grown. I get to do what I want to do. So sometimes I do a lot. But the only reason I can do a lot now is because I've been doing a lot all my life. At one point, I can say that I went to school. My kids were in activities year round. I worked full time and I volunteered. Whatever activity that they were, sport that they were in, I volunteered. I contributed because I wanted to have a say so in every aspect of their life. So in order to do that, I had to get involved. And I had to take leadership roles to help other people kids, but also to know what I wanted to instill in my kids. That was more of my dictator ways because I was a dictator when it came to my children. I don't know if that helped them or hurt them, but I did the best I could with what I had. And I'm unapologetically okay with that because if I would have had something different, I let them know, hey, work hard. Nothing is given to you. You have to work and earn it. Sometimes you can work smarter and not harder, but that's your choice. You have to put in the work. Like there's no way around getting something without putting in work. So I did share that information with them. I shared a lot of lessons and experience with them that I just stumbled upon or, worked on, tried to figure out. I talked to them about credit. They both understand credit. They both have decent credit score. They understand budgeting and finances. They prefer not to use credit cards, but again, they know how to use them. It's their choice. All I have to do is provide the information and share it. How they use the information once they're grown is not on me. That's between them and however they want to do it now. So I do want to let parents know that we can get lost in our kids as we're raising them. But at some point, I'm going to say around 15, 16, we have to do a transition and get to know who we are and become a coach to our kids. Because in a few short years, they'll be off to college. And if they can't make decisions for themselves in high school, with you overseeing it, how are you going to trust them away at college? It gets harder. It don't get easier. So that's why we have to try to pull back a little sooner and help coach them when we can correct some of those behaviors versus letting them run wild. And then when they get to college and they come back or drop out of college, we acting like it's a problem. No, we knew when that child left, they wasn't ready. And we didn't equip them with the tools because we tried to cuddle them a little too long. We had to teach them how to do some things for themselves and then allow them to do it. I went on with a rant, but that's just some observations that I've had and some things that I wanted to share about how and the reason for me starting this community of people helping people, because 20 years ago, I wanted to help. I needed the help. And now that I'm in position, I want to become a resource for those people or for that person that I needed. I want to be that person. And if you feel that that's what you want to be or how you want to contribute or help out, please join me. Let's collaborate. Let's share some information. Let's have some conversations and see if we can help change some people's lives and help them get to where they're going a little quicker. So now that I've talked about 2024, I've talked about my avatar for help from a sister. Now I'm going to push it fast forward 40 years and say, hey, I'm Veronica White. And this is for my great, great, great grandkids that they get to go back and watch these videos of how my grandma, my great, great, my great, great, great grandma started a podcast not knowing what she was doing or how to do it. At times, she didn't even know the topics that she wanted to discuss, but she wanted to start sharing information and learn how and figure it out in front of the world so everybody gets to see it. But know that she's working hard to change some things in our lineage, and also the world. If I can just help 1 to 2 people, what reach can they do? So we get to make this world a better place for our great, great grandkids, some people that we won't even, I'm planting a seed now that I will not reap the harvest of. But someone else will. Someone else in my family will reap the benefits of the work that I'm starting. So I just want to let people know that I guess it's called generational wealth. I guess it's generational wealth. But it's me, one person helping another person that helps another person. And it's a trickling effect that I want to start. I'm starting with me. I'm putting myself out there. I'm sharing information about my past and things that I've went through. The next person. So they'll know that, hey, I'm not in this world by myself. I'm not the only one that experienced what I've experienced. However, I'm going to share the information. I'm going to share the lessons and the blessings that I learned from it so that the next person don't feel alone. The person don't have to turn to drugs, be depressed, or whatever form that alcoholism, turn to drugs or alcohol, because they can't cope with life. And there's no outline, there's no guidebook on life. It's trial and error. So that's why I said in the beginning when I started, what's in your arsenal? Get some things that's going to help you make decisions in your life. I had to learn that and make my list. And that's why I shared it with you all. And I want to continue sharing things with you on this journey. And I have 20 years of information that I've been acquiring, skills that I've been trying. Like most people wouldn't know it, that I know how to sand a hardwood floor. Strip it, sand it, buff it, and then polish it. Hey, I learned some things. I've learned a lot of different skills over the years. I know how to change locks. Do y'all know if you call a locksmith out to come change your locks, they charge you $50 just to come out and maybe $20 or $30 per lock? Right there, I save myself $150. If I give a person the key to my house and I don't want to be with that person, okay, I know how to go to Home Depot and buy some new locks. Take them old locks off, put the new locks on, throw them in the garbage. It only cost me the price of the locks. In Home Depot, you might can get them for about $60. No labor. I supplied that myself. But it's just something that I learned, right? Another skill that I learned that's very good. I don't mess with plumbing. I don't mess with electrical. But hey, I'm going to do the basics. I know how to change the flap in the toilet because that'll run your water bill up. And you'll be paying $2,000, $3,000. And I know what's going on because you hear water running in your house and you're not going to check it out. Hard lessons. I had to learn them. So I know how to change out that flap. I know how to change the, trying to think the lever on the toilet, or to take the commode up and replace it. Now, I don't know how to change the wax ring because I don't lift toilets, but I know where the wax ring go. Now I can tell somebody, if I got somebody to lift it up, then I know, hey, where the wax ring go, 1 or 2. So therefore the water don't come on the floor. Right there, that's $100 that a plumber would charge you just to come look at it and then charge you to change that stuff. So being a single parent, you learn some stuff. One person shared with me, he's like, hey, if you paying somebody to come to your house and do something, you need to watch to see what they're doing. Because sometimes, hey, you might learn something. And yeah, that's true. I've learned some things because when I pay a person to do something, I need to make sure that they're doing it. So I'm going to watch YouTube first. I love YouTube tutorials because you can find anything on YouTube. And sometimes you got to test it out because all that information on YouTube ain't right. But there are some trusted sites you can go to and learn how to do some things. So when you have a person come do something for you, they're not just telling you anything, because people will try to get over on you. But those are some other tips and things that I've learned. Whew. Okay. I've been talking for a minute. Thank you for letting me rant about my near future, kids and the grandkids and the great grandkids that I will not get to see, but I want them to know I'm working on their behalf now to make their life just a little easier. I ain't saying a lot easier because they still gonna have to work for what they want. But I want to let them know that I thought so far ahead that I was putting things in place now to help them. Or maybe they tried to and I just didn't know how or what to do or how to find those services. Now, I can say that I am a fan of going to a counselor to talk about some things with a person that I don't know that can help give me insight. Right. I do use that. I did use that when I was younger. In my 20s, I do remember going to a counselor. In my 30s, I went back. I'm going to say probably in my 40s too. I'm thinking about going back next year or this year. Because life happens. And sometimes they throw you curveballs, and you're not ready for it. So thank you for letting me just rant on for a minute. I hope you all are enjoying my podcast. Please subscribe, share information. I want to get better. The only way I can get better if you give me some feedback. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.